Hi Pisces, welcome to Lightworks. This is a weekly reading for the week of September 1st. This is for your Pisces rising, sun, moon, or Venus. And there is an eclipse on September 7th in your sign. So it is going to be a very big week for you, for sure. Okay. This is going to be a very big week for you. And eclipses, the energy can be felt for up to 6 months. Eclipses typically eclipse things out of our life, things that no longer serve us. And whether that is emotions, thoughts, beliefs, people, situations, those things can be removed from our lives. And eclipses bring change. So ancient astrologers believed that eclipses were the energy was to course correct us, meaning that if we were off our purpose or out of alignment, that the energy would come in and realign us with our purpose. We'll do a 5-card spread, past, present, future, what you don't see coming, and advice from spirit. Sorry, that is my dog Finn, and he's driving me a little batty because he wants to bark. So, here we go. The hangman, he is upside down. Okay, so in the position of the past, we have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card traditionally was called the choice card, and it was the choice between two people. It can mean the lovers, meaning an actual relationship, or it can mean a choice. We'll find out when we clarify, but this is in your past. In your present, we have the Death card. So the Death card is about endings. So there is something that is ending that has served its purpose. And of course, with endings come, new beginnings. In the future, we have the Page of Swords. Swords, the suit of swords is about communication, thought, truth, getting to the heart of the matter. And the pages deliver messages. So this could be a message in the future that delivers clarity, that there might be some clarity or some new information that you weren't aware of until. So new information coming in the future. What you don't see coming is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, there's a choice there. There's a balancing. And so there is a choice in what don't know, but Pentacles are typically earth. And so that is about, gosh, between the dog and the cat, Francis, relax, lay down. I don't want him to come and ruin your reading here. So forgive me, it's Francis, my cat. Yes, so Two of Pentacles, there's a choice here. And advice from Spirit, it's the Hanged Man. So the Hangman is about a different perspective. So we shall see, we'll clarify that from Spirit as well. All right. Sorry, I was distracted by these animals. Goodness, today they're, holy moly, I don't know what's happening. I've been doing all these readings and all of a sudden they're just all over your reading. I've had to start yours 3 times. Okay, so let's clarify the past position, the Lover's card. Okay, so the Lovers is clarified by the King of Swords. This could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. The King of Swords rules the King of Suits, or it rules the suit of swords. And he rules it through logic. He cuts to the heart of the matter. He is focused, and it's a very mental energy. It's not that there's a lack of feeling per se, but he gets to the root of the matter, the truth, the clarity, through his logic and his mind, the power of his mind. The Ace of Wands also clarifies the Lovers. So this is a passionate new beginning. So this could have been a relationship with, you know, maybe say an air sign. It was a passionate new beginning. But it looks like there has been a burden. There is something about, this is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is, the tens are an end of a cycle. Wands are about passion and ideas and a lot of energy behind it. And the 10 is the end of a cycle. There is something about, you know, putting down your burden, that it's a heavy burden and you need to lay it down. Laying down a heavy burden. So, you know, maybe this relationship, while it was passionate and, potentially while it was passionate, and it may have been with an air sign, and this is a general reading, of course, so, you know, take it if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. And in fact, I can get so much more accurate when I actually do private readings, because I take a look at your astrology, your own personal chart, and then I also, so then I know where that energy is in what part of your life. And then we also clarify with the tarot cards during your reading. So if you're interested in a personal reading, please don't hesitate. Reach out. In the description box, I have my email address, and you can email me, and I can certainly send you information to get a personal reading. But in any case, this Ten of Wands is about a burden and setting that burden down. That it's too much to carry, and you know, it didn't just become the Ten of Wands, right? It went from the Ace of Wands to the Ten of Wands. So it looks like this relationship or this choice is heavy. It's a burden. Okay, so in the present we have the Death card. So let us clarify the Death card. And we are clarifying with the Eight of Coins tarot, tattoo tarot. Okay. So, again, a lot of passion. So we have the Page of Wands. So it looks like the Death card is an ending. So there's an ending here. Clarifying this ending is the Page of Wands. Wands are passion. They are creative endeavors. Page are messages. There could potentially be a new creative project or a message about something creative that you want to do, something that you're passionate about, a passionate message could come through. We also have Death is clarified by the World. The World is another major arcana card, and it is about a cycle ending. It is about the world, seeing the whole world, a perspective, an entire perspective. And this is, can portend an ending. So this is also another card that really, that could bring about an ending. It's also clarified, Death is also clarified by the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is about emotion, it's about love. And while the Knight of Cups brings in love, it's about someone who's very charming. It's the Knight of Wands. There can be, professing love. And it can be quite dramatic and maybe a little over the top. And he's a young knight and he moves swiftly. But there's no... it's a lovely message. It's a lovely message of love, but it doesn't always note stability, let's say. This is potentially not long term. So it could be, if I'm reading between the lines, it really could be, what I'm getting is that, this was a relationship of passion. It was a very passionate start. It's kind of, for you, I think, maybe running its course. But we'll keep going. We shall see. And it doesn't have to be a love relationship, although, the Knight of Cups, really, that is usually about, a love message. So we'll continue, we'll keep going. So we have a Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about news, delivers news and clarity. So where there might have been laying down a burden, deciding that, there might need to be an end, or something ends, whether you end it or someone else does, that there's an ending, a new perspective on this, kind of passionate love. This is what it feels like. These cards, this was like a love affair, and it looks like there might be an end to a relationship. So in the near future, there's clarity. So let's take a look and see what the Page of Swords, what kind of clarity it's bringing. Okay, So in the near future, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, again, is also about, you know, perspective. It's about a choice. It's about, again, it's another thing about the world, right? She's got the world here, and you've got the world card. So it's very interesting how that's kind of happening. You have plans. You might be, you might be, you might be thinking about travel. There are plans. There's a, so there's clarity here. New information is coming. There could be plans for a trip, potentially in the future. There's some kind of plan. So we've ended something, and now there's new information, clarity, and moving forward. And that moving forward, you now have a different vantage point from, you know, the changes that have occurred. And there might be a plan to travel. And also clarifying this new information is the Nine of Wands. So this is a card of persistence, of resilience. It is about, you know, here we see in the, you know, past position, we see that burden, and we see, you know, the Ten of Wands. It looks like we have some semblance of an ending here in the present, some kind of change, right? And it doesn't actually, now that I think of it, it doesn't really have to be an ending per se even, because death is transformation. So it could be that a relationship is changing and shifting. It doesn't necessarily have to end. But you have to lay the burden down because it's been too much. And again, we have it here in the near future. But here we have it as resilience, right? You're almost there. You're almost at the point of where you want to be. But it's going to take a little bit more effort, right? So that's where the perseverance and the resilience come in. You're still standing, right? You haven't fallen. You've got lots of wands, but you're still standing, right? You may be bruised and battered from, you know, a potential change, or from, you know, carrying this burden, but you're still standing, and you just need you need to push just a little bit more. And that'll also require focus. So the Queen of Pentacles also clarifies that sword, the Page of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles, she rules her suit of pentacles of earth, that is of resources. And so we see the Queen, she's lovingly focused and looking lovingly and nurturing, right, her resources. So maybe this requires, this new information requires you to push a little further, focus, and because there's some sort of plan or goal. Yeah, some sort of plan or goal. All right, so what you don't see coming is the Two of Pentacles. And so let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is juggling things. You're juggling things. You're doing it well, but you're juggling them. you know, a lot of irons in the fire kind of thing. The Empress, Justice, and the Page of Swords again. So, yeah, the Page of Swords again. All right, so the Two of Pentacles, something that you don't see coming. So this is about juggling, right? You've got, you're juggling things. You're doing well, and you should congratulate yourself for juggling. There's lots of change, lots of things going on. But what happens is you're dealing with this new information. You're incorporating this new information, whatever it might have been. You could be dealing with a Libra. You have the scales of justice, the balancing of justice. You can see she's carrying a sword, right? She's blindfolded though. So she needs to listen to her intuition to guide her. She is not ready to fight. She's not ready to fight, doesn't want to fight. But there's new information coming in, and you are incorporating this new information, balancing what you have on your plate. And a decision will have to be made. There's a couple cards here for a decision. So while you're balancing things, twos usually are about decisions or choices. You also have the Love card in the past, which was about a decision. You have the Justice card, which way to go, what is just. Those are the kinds of, what do I do? What do I do? So you're considering, I think. Also clarifying, you have the Empress. The Empress is about abundance. The Empress is about creativity and being pregnant with possibility. It is Venus, and Venus is actually, I think it's going into Leo, if it hasn't already. So there's something about you making a decision. There's something about you incorporating new information which prompts the necessity of a decision that you really didn't see coming. Or if maybe you are making a decision and you've made a plan, but maybe there are other people involved, and this new information necessitates additional thinking on the matter, or I want one more card. Oh, and here it comes. Okay, so this popped out. This is the Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is nostalgia. This could be something to do with family. This could be about a partnership, and it's going through a change. New information, a new plan comes in. It requires focus and perseverance. It requires work. But this new information requires a decision nonetheless. And you're weighing the pros and cons with the Justice card. You're weighing the pros and cons. There's a lot of promise here. You want to lay this burden down. You want to lay this burden down. And in a way, this is kind of the process in which this is kind of the process that you're going to take in order to be able to lay this responsibility, this burden down. It's interesting too, because I think Saturn is in Pisces right now as we speak, and Saturn is the planet of responsibility, the taskmaster. The only way out is through. And so this is something about what you see as a burden or a responsibility, and laying that down and moving forward. Moving forward. And that decision that you make may affect people in your life. Essentially, that's what this looks like. And could affect family. Family or a partner or, old friends that you have. But more so family and partner. It'll impact them in some way. So Spirit's advice is the Hangman. The Hangman is a major arcana card, and it is about feeling stuck, stagnant, or getting a brand new perspective. It's a different perspective. So let's clarify and see exactly what this Hangman is about. Show me about the Hangman. Please be clear, Spirit. Okay, so from Spirit, it looks like this is a new perspective is needed. So the Hangman, major arcana, Spirit is saying that there is you need to look at things a little differently in order to help you with this decision, in order for you to move forward. A new perspective is required. And clarifying is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, that's also air. It's feeling trapped. It's feeling, it's feeling trapped. Notice she's blindfolded. In a traditional imagery, her hands are bound and she's blindfolded and she's surrounded by the swords. And, but she's loosely tied up. So in traditional views of the card, she can remove her blindfold, remove the rope from her wrists, and just walk away, take those swords of clarity and what were once confusion, and relieve herself, remove herself from feeling that trapped feeling. So this is about perspective. That in fact you are not trapped, that there is a solution, and that a decision really does need to be made, that you aren't trapped, and a different perspective, a different solution is required. In addition, there are two other cards that clarify the Hangman. One is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about having Seven of Cups is about assessing. It's taking a look at those emotional connections, taking a look at your emotions and getting in touch with your options, your choices, your feeling about each of those, the way forward. Your feeling about the way forward, really. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity for resources, and whether that's time, money, it's earthly. So I just heard where there's a will, there's a way, right? You're not trapped. There's options here and new beginnings. You have new beginnings. Yeah, there's new beginnings. Let me, I want to do one more clarifying card for Spirit's message. Yep, new beginnings. So again, here's the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is truth and clarity. So this new information that you're either bringing to the table or someone else is bringing to the table, you're learning about, this will help you. So there's new information. Go within, get a new perspective. So Pisces, you are, quite intuitive by nature. And this is, Spirit is basically saying, go within, it's a different perspective. You need a different perspective. And from that new perspective, you are not trapped. There are options. And from those options, there's new beginnings. There's an Ace of Pentacles, which is, new manifestations on this earthly plane. You'll get insight. You will get information. It'll be an aha moment. It could be epiphany, something, a new idea will come, which will, give you that new perspective and allow you to move forward. Let's do an angel guidance card. Entrepreneur. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Maybe this is a situation where you're deciding about starting a business, and it may impact the people you love, the people, your family, and maybe, maybe that's what's happening here. Kind of the choice to move forward with your own business. Certainly there's an Ace of Pentacles, so that definitely could be, and in the near future, the Queen of Pentacles, it's possible. So, and maybe this relationship is a partnership, a business partnership. It's entirely possible. So, Pisces, unfortunately, it's just a general reading, so I can't get into too much detail, but hopefully I've given you some scenarios and you can kind of glean some guidance from the energies here, right? Because regardless of the details, the energies will resonate or remain the same. So I hope this helped you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for next week's reading. Thanks. Bye.